in this first part, I'll be talking about this packaging. Wonder what's inside. Well, this is the radio. I have AA batteries ready, and you can tell from these that they are not the 9-volt ones. So let's open this up. It costed me 65,000 VND. I'll be putting up conversions later. It's actually from the same cell as my headphones that I just got. So there it is. I can see a thank you card in there. Oh, never mind. So this is the BenQ packaging. Very fun, very BenQ right there. But here it is, the ICR-S6 radio. So let's test this out. This is the way forward. So let's put batteries in. I don't see corrosion though, so I wonder what's wrong with this. That explains something. I don't know, the speakers don't work though. No wonder why it was so faulty. Okay, give me a second, I'm gonna get headphones. There we go. So, I have headphones. Let's see. Just gonna. Okay, I can hear something if you can hear it. I can't hear any AM stations though, and I do know we have AM stations. Whoops. It's also mono only, which means I should probably just bother wasting my time, and I should probably just get this instead. The one earbud. And I'll be right back after I test this. This is part 2 of the video, and the radio does actually, well, it worked again. It did not work at first, but that's just because the battery tungstens are held in with literal pads and not even soldering. Shocker. But it does not work as intended. To be fair, it doesn't really matter too much, but there's no back cover. But the other problem, if I want to get this working, is if I get this open and gonna get the card in to get the cover out, you can see that there's a blown capacitor or resistor thing. I'll have to replace every capacitor in this thing because honestly, probably knowing that this is probably an 80-70 product, those are the biggest contenders. It does have a nice tuner, however it's only up to 1600. This is before the 1700 kHz requirements found on later radios. And it has the usual volumes of our own and such. And yes, it's made in Japan. And also the Sony logo in Japanese. Sony name in Japanese. And yes, it also says made in Japan at the front, in case you haven't been reminded it's made in Japan. But yes, that's a Sony corporation. Of course, I don't really need it because I already have this from an earlier one, ironically enough, from the same cell as this, mind you. This is my R330, and it does work. It has 7 presets, a very small design, and most importantly, it does actually turn on. As you can see from the LCD screen, it does actually already on. It's like thinner than this, but then again, this is released in the early 2000s. This is a product from probably the late 70s, early 80s, and you can tell how much has changed since then. This is like the thinnest product. This is a thickest product. I own, mind you, not like literally. I sure don't own a TK2, TR2K or anything. But anyways, this is what we're going to be here for. The cassette tape. There used to be a price sticker on this, but my address, I pay $31,000 for this. So let's open it up and see which one I'm gambling on. I'm probably guessing it's a probably somewhere around the 80s and no shell. I can already tell I can already tell from that label. That's mid 80s. And here it is. Yay, I was right. Mid 80s. And here's the cardboard inside. Absolutely nothing important. Get it in. Nope, I missed. HF90, and it literally has words written on it, so no, it's not brand new. What it is, however, is that it's actually rewound all the way, but it has side A, side B covered. And here's the inside of the J card. So, yes, it's all. Is it red? Yeah, it probably is red. And sure enough, genuine Sony. So I have now the HFs, the HF-S and HF-Xs. I'll go over and get those tapes right now, so be right back. So here it is with all of its other mid-1985 siblings, mid-1980s siblings, sorry. And this is actually the oldest, because it's from the original batch in 1985. But yes, it is a genuine Sony shell, thankfully, but this is a HF90 from the earliest of these labels. Later ones that have label changes, and that they did have the label styles from the later ones, so this says HFS on the top and 46 at the bottom instead of HF60 on just one corner. Later ones will adopt this one as well. These are clear, as always for HFs. Pretty much all HFs I've seen are clear. So overall, yes, they're pretty nice. There are music on this, which I'm not gonna play because don't want to risk copyright strikes. Even though this channel wouldn't be monetized anyway, because you know the very content that it's making. It is different from the older 1980 series. As always, with any later series tapes, shorter J card instead of longer ones. I'm just gonna get these American and Canadian ones out of the way. But anyways, thanks for watching. Next video will be something. Yeah, I don't really have much to do this month anyways. So, see you in the next video. Bye for now.